Hey coach, been putting in some good reps. You said to sync up this week, so here I am. Am I getting named starter or what?
Your progress has been great, but consistency is also important when making such a significant change. We still need to see more before any change is made at such a critical position.
I was hoping for something better, but at least it's not a no. I'll take on any challenge. What did you have in mind?
Split first team reps in practice, and you'll also be getting some drives in upcoming games. State your case by performing when it really matters.
I've said I'm ready from day one. No doubts I'll prove that to you. I'll make this an easy call once I have the fans chanting my name. Thanks, coach.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on our home team. The wait is finally over. Brandon Garden, Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
33, yellow. Ready?
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there is closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now Anderson. That's complete to White. That was a first down pickup of 8.
Run down only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the Chiefs' 42-yard line.
Anderson. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. Give him 11 yards and time and a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. He's into space past the 25. And all the way in for the touchdown. What a great play there. 30 yards. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
Remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Also a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. They checks it off, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. He'll drop to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
A gain of 30. And the first down.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year, and this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Now he's going to step up and run. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Pass complete to Royals. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
At the 15-yard line.
Mahomes to throw once more. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rice. And the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. That's untrue, isn't it? Because otherwise, guys. You get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. Now a run. Here's the rookie from Penn State. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he should have lined the game. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. But a little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got a natural point per point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. To throw from his end zone, Anderson. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rally to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, it's our home team with possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Let's go now.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll chip this down to Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down. A gain of 12. First down, Kansas City.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And this ball will be intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I love these skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love.
Looking to put a drive together. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 10 yards there and about by the nose of the football. He's going to have a first down.
Here we go, set, ready.
Off the play fake. Mitchell. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
Ready?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Give him 7 there in the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And still fighting. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw. Anderson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Hands it off out of the gun. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
They'll go in for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make the score 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. It'll make you feeling okay. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
13 yards.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mahomes going to throw. Finding room at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Now here's Mahomes. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead is knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Now it's Mahomes again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yards on the play. That's good for the Kansas City Chiefs. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Chiefs.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Mahomes now to throw. The kidder here is complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And again, it's Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rice. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down.
Here's Mahomes to throw. This will be caught by Brown. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
At the 14-yard line.
2nd down and 4. To throw, it's Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Now after the touchdown, here's Bunker on to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. This offense back to work now late in this first half. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Finding room at midfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
At the 46-yard line.
Ready, go!
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Short throw to Smith. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to throw again. On the left side, a catch by White.
It's a gain of 8.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
32-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night prime time, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen.
Our trip through the NFL starts now. At Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, we find the Falcons at home to take on the Panthers in the NFC South. And this is Michael Penix. Everything's going his way so far. One of 3 first-half touchdown passes. This one's at halftime now, and it's the Falcons trying to win the home opener. They have the lead at halftime. From there, let's go up to the Motor City. Let's look in on the Lions as they play host to the Chicago Bears. And it's Rome Odunze. He's one of the 4 verticals on this route, and it's a deep shot. They connect. This is going to wind up as an 85-yard catch and run for the touchdown. The Bears, trying to get the job done on the road, they lead the season opener at halftime. Last but not least, let's go to Baltimore. The Ravens taking on the Indianapolis Colts. And it's Lamar Jackson. He'll connect on a 13-yard touchdown pass. This one's gone to halftime, and it's the Ravens with the lead in the opener at the half. Time for a look here at the rest of the games going on and what's to come here in Week 1 of the new NFL season. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll power ahead only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and trying to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
It wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise that it was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Chiefs' 35-yard line.
Now Anderson. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Short throw to Smith. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode.
George Karlaftis. And there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Well, on that one, they go with a play fix, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too in a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Over the middle here to Brown. Here's a 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They push him back 8 yards and time on second down.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties, and then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
Anderson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 to 44. 58 yards rushing. Now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
10 at the 44-yard line.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Off-play action. Anderson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Looking to throw. Anderson. Short throw to Smith. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. Fourth down.
A gain of 5.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Now Mahomes. Quick hitch, complete. It's Gray. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. They need 1 yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Mahomes quickly complete out wide. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and run.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. A gain of 7. And a first down.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. From the 33, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. At the 33-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
43-yard line.
From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Mahomes going to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Now here's Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6. At the 27-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Looking for Gray and finding him once again. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
They'll give to Smith out of the gun. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
First down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. He'll try again. And he's going the wrong way again. He'll lose yardage here back to the 5.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Mahomes pass. Intercepted. Turnover on downs.
I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here's Anderson. Off play action. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. So no gain on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Now the old pass completion for no gain. Not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw right side taken in by the tight end Bray. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 45-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Mahomes. This will be caught by Brown. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Mahomes now to throw. Got him in. It's Brown.
Mahomes pass.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Mahomes. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
And again, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year always a special one, and I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season, and before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.
So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.